do this right now. And welcome to the Coach Cameron Soccer Podcast. Today I have with me Adam Garcia and Jonathan Cortez in studio. Say hello, boys.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hola.
Under my reign. So we'll get to them shortly, but we are taking your questions live on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We're everywhere. Post a comment. If we like it, we will bring you into this podcast and answer your questions that you may have. If you would like to be part of the podcast, please email me at coachcameronpodcast@gmail.com for a direct link, and I can put you right in or put you on your own show, depending who you are. But right now I'm just looking for alumni because there's an apology tour going on. But first, I have a disclaimer that I have to do, or I get banned from YouTube. My podcast is an educational podcast about youth soccer development in America, and I'm hopeful that through this podcast we will help advance the game through discussing what works and what doesn't. Everything that is presented on this podcast is purely for entertainment and potential educational purposes. It's more entertainment. So when Dr. Hylock comes on YouTube, you don't have to ban me at all. So don't. Joe Jaju says they both have their game faces on. Love it, and he's ready to watch. But this episode is brought to you by Houseman. AZ Houseman is led by Brett and Charlie Dreffs, who work with both buyers and sellers to help clients have a great experience. Learn more at azhouseman.com, your neighborhood realtor. That is azhouseman.com. Thank you for sponsoring this podcast. So we have, we'll start with Jonathan. Jonathan, you attended Phoenix College 2007 and 8.
Yeah.
And how did I even get you to go to Phoenix College? Because I know Remiz?
Yeah.
Because he was was he training you at the time?
Well, he went to my high school. His brother, I was playing with his brother. He trained me when I was at West Valley Alliance.
Okay. Yeah, because I got Remiz, who quit. He was quitting PC or quitting soccer or something. I convinced him to be an assistant coach. And then the rest is history with him. He soared far and beyond wherever I could go in coaching. But, yeah, Remiz got you in.
Yep.
See, I'm smart. I get good coaches that know how to recruit. And that's how you win, is by recruiting. Speaking of recruiting, I recruited you hard, Adam. Like, you were difficult. So you attended Phoenix College in 2009 and 10. No, 8, 9.
10. Yeah.
No, 2008 and 9, because you had the 1 year with Jonathan.
Yeah.
So how did we get you to PC? Because you were going to go to Yavapai.
I was going to kick, remember, originally for football. And then my club team went to nationals, and then I got the soccer itch. And so I was going to go to Yavapai, but I think that I had told you I was going to go to PC first, and then you kind of reeled me in somehow.
Because we're initially you signed for Highland or?
It was Eastern Arizona to kick, but
okay.
Nowhere to play soccer.
So you weren't even thinking about doing soccer.
Yeah, but I wanted to go to Yavapai. And then
I remember going to your house to get when we signed you and all that. Your mom made.
Pretty sure she ordered it.
No. No, she made it. Well, it looked like it was made.
You and Brad, and you came through with, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Mikhail's, but.
Oh, well,
Give
whatever. It was good.
Credit.
It was good. I'm excited to have you guys both on, and we'll be talking to Jonathan and with Adam. But we're going to cover news first. One news story we have to cover. And then we'll go over the Coach Cameron apologies, where I'll apologize to both these guys making their life miserable when they're at PC. And then the last thing we'll cover is the goalkeeper debate. We have a goalkeeper debate between these two gentlemen about who is better, and we'll be taking your votes online to settle this 10-year argument that it just seems like it's never going away, so we will deal with that. But we will first talk about the surf organization, which is crazy. There was a tweet that came out. The tweet says, if I can find it, there it is. The surf post, San Diego County officials taped a cease and desist order to our front door this morning. This is our response, which we sent earlier, which I'll read to you shortly. So, but before we read the response letter, let's take a look at the video that the news, the story that the local news station did on the surf and how they were breaking COVID protocols.
Last weekend of soccer players on the polo fields in Del Mar. Some not wearing masks, not social distancing, and playing what appeared to be games, which is a clear violation of the current health order. We spoke to neighbors and the county about those complaints. This is cell phone video shared with 10 News by someone living close to the polo fields in Del Mar. Several other people sent photos and emails about activity they thought was in clear violation of the COVID-19 health order.
People were not practicing social distancing. None of the players on the fields were wearing masks. They were clearly in close contact with each other.
Scott Cameron is the president of a nearby homeowners association. He says he knew right away who was behind the activity, San Diego Surf Soccer Club. According to the website, it held player ID camps for boys and girls on February 13th at the polo fields in Del Mar.
It certainly is a little bit, disheartening and worrisome that these events could be super spreaders.
San Diego County Supervisor Tara Lawson-Remer, who represents the area, issued a statement reading in part, "Our office heard from constituents about this apparent violation of public health orders over the weekend and immediately requested that county public health staff take the appropriate action." According to the current state health department guidelines, high-contact sports like soccer shouldn't start back up until San Diego County is in the orange tier, 2 levels from the purple we're in now.
This is just another example of not following the rules that the rest of us are abiding to.
A San Diego County spokesperson says they are investigating the activity and have had contact with surf soccer before. The county also says they've issued cease and desist orders in the past to surf soccer.
All right, enough of that. So this craziness is going on. So that's Scott Cameron. He's not related to me. His last name is spelled with a K, because if I was related to that frickin' Karen, I would beat him down. Hardcore. What a baby. Filming from his wherever, his perch, staring out. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're living their lives. How dare they? If they've been to Fear Farm, if they saw Fear Farm, these California nut jobs, they would lose it. Fear Farm is packed. Not to out Fear Farm right now, but it's packed. So packed, I'm there every weekend. But I wear my mask. I do stay safe. And I stay 6 feet away. So don't shut me down. Don't fire me, Phoenix College. I observe the rules of 6 feet, double mask, triple mask sometimes, just because I'm scared of getting diseases. But yeah, so that's a problem that we're having with poor Surf. So Surf says this. Here's their response. They're not going to stop, which is kind of cool in a way, because I just want to watch. It says, this is the response letter to the local government where Surf resides at the polo grounds. We hope that this finds you well. We realize and respect that you have a job to do, and we are empathetic to the fact that you support the safe return of youth sports. However, inspectors to our field the last 3 days is simply going too far. They need to watch them. But I'm just going to go to the bottom where I think it makes the most sense. They talk about in the letter, you can find it on Google or whatever, but they talk about how, sports is helping people deal with depression, all that stuff, which is true. But the best part of this letter says on the bottom, we also know that your focus on Surf is unequal enforcement. Of course, they're going to go after the most expensive or the ones that have the most money, which is the Surf, who they can find repeatedly. Oh, here it is. The third to last paragraph at the bottom. Our choice is to follow the science. Our choice is to protect the overall health of kids. Our choice is to help others in the community. Our choice is kids over wealthy NIMBYs. Our choice is doing what right rather than be influenced by one reporter using a pulpit to pursue their personal agenda. If your choice is to ignore the science and penalize one of the organizations that has had the courage to stand up for the kids and protect the kids on the wrong side of this argument, they're following the science. The science says it's safe to play sports outside. That's what the science says. And we covered this last week, a similar story. The science says that there's literally almost zero. I got to be careful what I say because I'm going to get this banned too. Dang it. I've read hypothetically that there's zero chance you can catch COVID, minuscule, we'll say, outside playing sports. It happens inside. I don't know. That's the news for the day, and that's all I can cover on that. We're going to get to the soccer apologies right away, but Stacey Farmer says people need to mind their business and let the kids play. Absolutely, Stacey Farmer. And Vicky McAllister says, so glad that Washington has started up games this weekend. So many happy children this weekend. Awesome, Washington. That's a scary place to live. My daughter went to Seattle U, and she was... Your sister is up there?
That's her.
That's your sister. How many sisters you got?
2.
All right. Well, hi, Vicky. Have I ever met Vicky? No? No, not at all. Well, we're going to move on to the soccer apologies. So I've been coaching for many years, and I started this apology tour, and I'm apologizing to many past players that are willing to come into studio 6 feet apart and talk about what they went through and how we shouldn't repeat the problem. Yeah, we're all in black. Am I the black sheep? I get it. So, yeah. So I have 2 black sheep with me, Jonathan Cortez and Adam Garcia. I want to start off by saying I'm sorry for all the times I've yelled at you and made you feel bad about yourselves. I'm sorry for all the times I yelled at others while you had to watch in horror. And I'm sorry. And the goal is to change. So let's have an opportunity to explain to not only me and the viewers out there what did I do at practice? What did I do that was so offensive or disgusting or inappropriate as a coach, as far as how I coached, like how I spoke to the players or yourself. I don't remember much, but the offender, or excuse me, the ones that are getting abused, remember forever. What do you remember? Are you guys digging up right now?
I remember your teeth coming out. I'm not sure if that counts as disgusting or...
That's from saying like S's and T's, it causes my teeth to. How about? Jonathan, your mother says hello.
Hi. I don't remember.
You don't remember anything? Why do we even have you guys here? I'll dig some stuff.
That bad?
Goalkeepers got less punishment.
I know about you. Like, I never heard you cuss.
Definitely didn't.
I never heard you cuss.
You could say every bad word without actually cussing.
It sounds worse than cussing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Freak.
But that's a compliment.
Yeah.
Oh,
I still say that sometimes. Freak.
Remember about 6 monsters a day was your ritual.
We covered freaks and monsters with Joe and Carlos Villa. So here, and I know you guys have been coaching, and Jonathan, you're still coaching. So the what I understand with coaching is there's always, we're all wrong the way we coach. We're all wrong. The goal is to be less wrong, because there's no perfect path of doing this. But the one thing I do know, like I'll give you an example. So I have a guest coming on Tuesday. He was on the 2003 Haber Valenzuela. So he's coming on Tuesday, and we're recording on Tuesday. And he mentioned in 2003, I was assistant coach to Donnie Deutsch at the time, and he goes, "There's one time you yelled at me in front of everybody, and I'll never forget it." And I totally don't remember. He goes, he said that I said he wasn't like training hard enough for me at the time. And he said in front of everybody, I yelled him and said, "Your family has zero respect for you." Or I attacked him saying, "You're an embarrassment to your family." And that stuck with him for heck, he's 38 now. That stuck with him for years. I don't remember saying that at all.
I remember going after Hasiel a lot
Oh,
my sophomore year.
What'd I do to that
I
poor
don't
kid?
remember. We used to rip into him all the
the
time.
real miscarriage of justice was Austin Vanderberg getting kicked by
Hasiel that one time? Oh, that was so funny.
But I still don't know why Austin was kicked till this day. But
I don't know.
We were on the practice field.
Yeah, I remember. I do remember that because that was like,
We were all like, "What the heck just happened?"
just kicked him. They weren't even playing. It was like in line for a drill.
Yeah, we all came.
He just
You
kicked
huddled us
him.
up, and he just kicked him.
what about halftime speeches?
I can't remember. I think my biggest memory from Phoenix College was I quit my sophomore year.
I remember John's speech to the team, his apology to the team.
Such a bad team.
So
Such a bad apology.
Okay, you quit.
I did quit my sophomore year.
All right, explain what went through that and why.
So my freshman year, I was the only keeper there. I think I got second team all conference that year. Came into my sophomore year, expected to, get some respect in that sense. But I didn't. For whatever reason, you came in, you gave him the starting spot, even after the year I had, and I was like, screw this, and just nope.
John had the best speech to the team that nobody heard. It was brilliant.
I'm pretty sure Dan Littlefield heard it though, because he was around us. I think he was the only one that was around it.
I hate the coaches. Send an apology to them, just to you guys. Coaches are stupid. I remember he said something like that.
Yeah. But then I came,
Typical John
I regretted
fashion.
it, and we had a conversation, and I don't think you and I talked much that year because it was just my final year, and I was just getting ready to get out.
Yeah, you were just with Ramiz, I guess. Because and that's what, as a goalkeeper, you're with the goalkeeping coaches, but you have to see what I do.
Not my freshman year. We didn't have goalie trainers.
No, we didn't.
My freshman
No.
Oh, you didn't?
I only had it my freshman year, which was Ramiz. My sophomore year, it was just Adam and I.
You guys train each other?
Special teams, take some laps.
Well, yeah, I'm wearing Carmen's.
Yeah, they have it good now.
Yeah.
I had Troy my sophomore year. You were able to get Troy in.
Oh, Troy, that guy.
Cisco guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Troy.
Troy's the man.
Troy's
Yeah,
military.
I haven't
Military,
talked to
yeah,
him in a long time, but
And we had Marty Flores was with us.
Oh, Marty. I remember
Marty
Arizona
and
Western.
Dan.
He yelled at me and got so close in my face because I let in a stupid goal. I wanted to sub, and he's like, "Oh, you're staying on the field," and just got super close to me. I'll never forget that moment. It's a
all
moment.
the ones I remember were Marty. Marty yelling at people
Yeah.
like you.
Marty can overshadow me as far as the pain and misery you can put into to players. But I've completely changed as a coach. I change all the time, but I can't. COVID's always messes me up. I don't know what year we're in. I know it's 2021, but I don't know how long we've been locked out. It's been a year. 2019, I think. Maybe it was 18. I transitioned into a players-led kind of coaching. So I went from coaching to managing. So I would meet with players one-on-one, see how they're doing, making sure they're going to class and all the little things that matter in their life. And then I give them, goals, and we just have conversations. And I would never address a player during the game. I would do it, or currently just do it one-on-one. I mean, I say nothing, which is confusing for a lot of people. I haven't seen me in a while. And my coaches aren't allowed to say anything. The game is the game. I mean, we'll deal with it at practice and stuff, but we do it one-on-one versus embarrassing, any age wouldn't matter. I remember when I was at Phoenix College, my coach was trying to tell me something, and he was getting on me for whatever. And I went to him, I'm like, and I didn't say freak. I said, "You mother effer." I'm like, "Don't ever effing talk to me ever again." But I had a little clout because PC's only won like 2 games prior for me getting there, and I was leading the country in scoring at the time. So I knew he couldn't do anything about it. Was he going to do bench me? He was going to take losses. But no one wants feedback like that. Help them when it's not game time. Do it individually and try to make it a better situation is the best way to go. I do better when someone deals with me one-on-one versus in an open group. Hey, you need to do this better or whatever. It's never worked for me, and I don't think it works for anybody. So I transitioned that way, and since I've transitioned that way, I'm less stressed, less anxiety. I'm not concerned, and I don't focus on winning. If we win, great. If we lose, it is what it is. But the games can be the game, and whatever happens, happens. And it allows me to coach longer because I did come to a point where I didn't want to coach anymore, like not at all. And I was going to go work at QT or something, making more money from what I can get paid at PC. But I didn't enjoy it. But this different path, which I stole, it's not like my secret deal. I stole it from a movie I watched, Forever Strong. Have you seen it?
No, never seen it.
Never seen it.
It's a true story about the winningest coach in America. Watch it. It's a cool story. I copy that.
Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Should be, unless they get rid of it. That's where I watch it. But Forever Strong, cool movie. But it's a true story. He's a rugby coach, but he only lost like 7 games. In 32 years, won like 27 national titles.
Jeez.
I get it's rugby, but I don't care what it's ping pong. I don't care what it is.
To be good for that long.
And he never. There was no secret plays or anything like that. All he did is focus on the individual and making sure they're,
Taken care of.
mentally prepared. And as long as you have your home life taken care of, soccer is going to be easy. Recruiting matters. You need players that can play, but.
Yeah, I've seen your coaching styles change from when you coached me even to my sister because she came after me. So you've definitely come even that little gap.
Yeah. I think I've always cared and I've always wanted to do the right thing. I just didn't know how to pull the trigger and do it 100% until recently. But Carlos Villa says, preseason was hell with Marty and PC got soft.
I can believe that.
And Tony Valera says, I only wish. Yeah, Tony, you would have done much better with me if I let you be you.
I remember you yell at Kobe because he got a foul like in the corner. And his response was, I'm just a big, strong boy. He told you. You remember that?
No.
I remember you ripping him for that. I do remember that. That's probably one of the...
I've done... I mean, Joe and Carlos really opened up my brain to all the things I torture I put on a lot of people. Maria says, I remember you saying to not address you until at least 1 hour or more after the game. Oh, well, yeah, to parents. Now, I'm mean to parents. It's the players I'm trying to protect. Yeah, I have no issues destroying parents.
They're the worst, man. Not you, Maria, but some of the parents. That's why I stopped coaching.
What's that?
That's why I stopped coaching. Parents are just the worst.
They are the worst. They are the worst. Urban Cortez says, shout out.
I keep seeing Cortez on all these last names.
I don't know who that is.
I remember you calling Tony fat all the time. You need to get on him. See? Carlos knows. See, keepers are different. They're always to the side, and they never get yelled at by me. I don't deal with that. I don't think so. His name was Jose, the one that our top goal scorer kicked off right before playoffs.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's Jose. Shoot, he's like scored a ton of goals.
Yeah, in high school.
Yeah, at Carl Hayden, and then scored like 38 at Carl Hayden. Came to us, and he just scored. He was always getting all the trash goals, but he's like really thick and wide. And he came to practice late, and I got on him, and I think he told me F off or something, and I kicked him off.
Sounds about right.
Big mistake. Should have kept him. That was dumb. We had a good shot to do well with him. But that was, something like that. So I want to, you guys are like the worst right now. I need info. I'm still sorry though.
It's okay. You didn't seem that sorry. Probably won more games with Adam as a center back than he did as a goalie, but
That is true.
Oh, I forgot you played field.
Took some bullets. Took some bullets for John.
Yeah.
That was a year. That year was bad. Adam and I both shared split time on the field.
that was it. Back then, that conference was tough too.
Yeah.
That conference
My
was no
freshman,
joke.
sophomore year,
A
the
lot of
Yavapai
injuries.
won back to back
Yeah,
with Justin Merrims now.
yeah, that was. I think. Yeah, 07.
Both my years I was there. 07, 08. Or no, 07, 08.
Who was with you in 07? Tehoon?
No, it was just me. It was Thomas Graf.
Oh, I ran into his nurse. He was in the hospital. A nurse mentioned him. He's like, "Hey, this Tommy guy knows you." I'm like, "Tommy who?" He's like, "I've been working with him. He got hurt," and he mentioned he was soccer, and I coached her daughter. But anyways, but I see him on. I see him on Facebook.
Yeah.
Still has those like loop
Gauges.
gauges in his ears. You had
We
gauges.
both did.
His were a lot bigger than mine.
You guys gauges and tattoos.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get on with what everyone's scared to talk about, which is this whole who's better goalkeeper. So you guys been talking about this for a long.
I just tried to defend myself. John attacks me out of
Not
nowhere.
even close.
I'm the
right.
victim here.
Yeah.
Adam, your brother says hard to hear Adam and John because they're quiet.
Tell him to turn his hearing aids on.
I can. How's that?
We'll get
All
closer.
right, we'll
to the
talk
mic.
louder.
That
Yeah.
better?
All right, so
Go ahead and start.
what, Jonathan? Why do you think you're better than Adam
I mean,
in goalkeeping?
I mean, a lot of things. But we'll start with goalkeeping. It's fine. No, just from we've been friends for what 12 years, 13 years.
Long time.
We still hang out. But we always have this debate. We like to talk trash to each other, and that's just one thing that Also, I bring up Cisco back in the day. That one time that we played him at Lafayette Park.
We were like 10. I was like 11.
We were about 13 back
John's
then.
been the same size since he was 9. He's been that tall since he was like 9 years old.
So we beat him 1-0 that time. Look like a. Ernie's just talking trash.
Yeah.
Anyways,
He said you look like a 40-year-old man when he played college soccer. Only college player with no muscle and fat.
it's all good. It's also our friend. No, but yeah. So we're both at PC, so we have this debate who's better, and I feel like I am just because we're both there at the same time, same team, and Adam literally won 0 games that year.
I might have tied a couple.
You definitely had my back though, playing center back for me.
I had the
At
worst
Pima.
luck.
Pima was probably the best game for Adam.
I don't even remember who it was. I just remember at one point, like one of like the defenders turned and like passed it to the forward and just had a breakaway on me.
I think it was Austin.
I don't remember.
I think it was
but
Austin Vandenberg.
I was just like, man, I couldn't cut a break that year until I got in the field. I should have been first team all conference center back. Terrible.
You could have if we won more games that year.
No thanks to Adam.
You got to win games to get votes,
Yes.
and we didn't win enough games that year.
I won more than Adam for sure though.
I don't even remember what the record was or anything.
We didn't
I
make the
tried to block
playoffs.
it out of my memory.
I think we tied GCC like the last game, which is awful.
John broke the goalie's nose and scored an offside goal.
No, Michelle just wasn't in position to catch the offsides.
All right, Adam, you think you're better?
So
Should I do the?
I recently opened up like my box of all my old stuff, and I wasn't gonna bring all my goalkeeper conference of the week, 3-time national goalkeeper of the week, first team all conference. I wasn't gonna bring all that stuff.
I got
here,
a couple of those
but
too, just so you know.
He had a better year that year. That's it. That's it.
So when you go to when you
One
look at
better
who's
year.
better, you always look at head to head.
But come on.
Your team sophomore year was
Come on.
ridiculous. Ridiculous.
They were good. We got the W's.
I had Chris Singer my sophomore year.
RJ, man, that guy hurts. Like, I put in the film. Remember he got his face broken?
Oh, it was so bad.
Oh,
You could hear the crack from
Yeah.
like the stands. It was so bad.
RJ. That's the guy right there, man. We will not talk about his nickname, but
Oh my god, I remember that. Such
all
a
right.
bad night.
I won't say who this is from, but I'm gonna read it.
Oh good lord, here we go.
I asked a question: who's the better goalkeeper back in the day,
Aaron
Adam
Tiemann.
Garcia or Jonathan Cortez? Answer was Adam, but John should have been. John had more potential and pure talent.
Who's that from?
I'll let you know by the end of the show.
Okay.
that's like an even. It's kind of like a tie.
I don't know. mean, I think the debate will always go on between Adam and I.
We can't take it to club because my club team was so good that
They're much better.
I'm gonna get.
Why don't we settle this with goalie wars?
I told you to do it.
Give you guys.
Adam's excuses. My shoulder hurts. I can't lift my arm.
It is what it is.
Excuses.
But I can live stream that. We can give you a month of training.
Oh man.
And just be done with it and never have to talk about it again. And call it done.
I'll just make sure I go upper V every single time.
Oh man, my groin's already hurting just thinking about this.
It's just. Are you kidding me? I
All that muscle is all for show over there, just so you guys know.
You can do it in a month.
I would do it. I'd do it. If John do it, I'd do it. I don't want to do it, but
I don't want to do it. I'll do it. Let's do it. Have fun with it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Myra says, do it. Tony Valera says, we're in our 30s now.
Right?
that is true. We are.
Carmen, will you do free goalkeeping training for these two gentlemen as they get prepared for this potential?
That's too much time.
That's a lot of.
That's a lot of time taken away.
That's a different type of cardio, man.
All right. So the question,
We'll
this
just
is
go
a
the way we
serious
show up.
question. Let's be serious for once. Carlos Villa says, who wore the shorter shorts?
Oh, hands
Come
down,
on.
Adam. Hands
Nobody
down.
knows
He
that. I
wore
still wear the
shorter
short
shorts than most female.
Skies out,
athletes.
thighs out, right? That's
No.
skies out, thighs out.
No, he literally wore shorter shorts on the female soccer team. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah. I will provide a trophy for this one. We can do it. Stacy says, do it. Carmen.
Are we doing it in your backyard or what?
No. Phoenix College on the plush green grass
Practice field?
where there's the stadium.
I don't know, David. I've played in that stadium before. It's right.
Oh, it's beautiful.
All right.
We don't have football anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And no one's touched it for a year, so it's thick. We're gonna go.
I'm in.
We'll do it.
Okay, we'll live stream it. I will book the facility. We'll sneak on, gotta wear a mask, and we'll just get it done.
I'm really not gonna be able to breathe.
Make sure we got oxygen tanks for afterwards.
All right. So we'll schedule you guys opportunities.
Oh, goodness.
Opportunities doesn't mean you have to show up to be with Carmen, and she'll prepare you for goalie wars, and we'll use that as an opportunity to prepare for a fundraiser we'll do out of it. Because I'll do we've been talking about doing goalkeeper wars forever. You guys can kick it off.
Adam, do you even have cleats anymore?
I do. I was training Jordan for a little
Oh,
while.
okay.
so I have
Uh-oh.
cleats.
Maria says, Adam until the present time. Does that mean your mother's voting against you?
She says,
Adam was better as
Mom
growing
says-
up. For
Mom
sure.
says she got your
In our
back
youth
now.
years, Adam by far was better. When we're talking about head to head, we're both adults at that time. Definitely me.
All right, here's a question from Joe. Who was recruited more? Who had more offers to the university?
I decided not to take the offers.
That is true. John was stupid.
I made some poor choices back then.
Well, I get it. Who were your offers from?
I want to visit to CSU Pueblo after my freshman year.
Okay.
UNLV.
UNLV.
Should have
and
gone.
I think that was it. I think I just wasn't that so interested in playing after PC.
You ruined him.
You definitely ruined me, Dave.
How? How did I ruin you? I know I
You
did.
benched him.
Just that.
That's it?
You benched him
No.
for your boy. He gave you rides every day to work.
Don't say that. He's gonna get in trouble. He's getting banned. No, I think that you just didn't have a level of respect for me. So I said, just kind of at that point, I just lost respect for you.
How did I not show you respect?
You started out on my sophomore year when I had to.
That was it?
Yeah. After that, respect was gone. I don't think we had any issues my
I thought you
freshman
guys
year.
split time.
We did, but you started him my sophomore year, and that's what irritated me.
I
After
started
the
the first
freshman
game.
year,
I
after the
started
first
the
game,
first game.
you weren't even going to start me going to my sophomore year.
Who were we playing?
Chandler Gilbert.
What was our next game?
I don't remember. But we lost thanks to Adam.
Or the
I think it was
schools
like
for the
2-1.
blind and the I don't remember.
Dave, we lost a ton of games that year.
Well, I know, but
I think after
So-
Chandler, I think I don't remember who it was.
I think we just went 1-1.
Yeah, we just went 1-1 the whole season.
right. And then who started in playoffs?
We
We didn't make
the
playoffs.
Never mind. Because I've done that before where I have two solid keepers, and then I would put the keeper I didn't want to start in the tougher game to eliminate him right
Oh, here we
away.
go. And I think you gave Adam Yavapai at Yavi,
We both, yeah.
and I was irritated by that too. That's a
I had a
game I
heck of a
want.
game. I had a heck of a game.
We
We
still
still
lost,
lost 3-0, but they were
I
so
wanted
good.
that game. You always want to play at Yavi.
Did we beat them? Well, you're
Your
at
sophomore
home.
year.
You're We tied them, I think, at home when you played them.
Probably. Again, I did better.
Hawaii Hilo wanted you?
I don't remember. I don't even
Mom said all the
remember.
letters. Mom said all the stuff back there.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Well, that's going to make things tough. I think the best thing to do is set up a game. I'll live stream it. I'll do play-by-play.
Oh God.
We'll play best out of 3.
All right.
Well, I think it's in like timed. Who scores?
No, we'll do goalie
even
wars rules. I'll
I don't
send
even
you.
remember. It's been so long since I actually played.
It's been a long time.
Man.
Yeah. Ernie says, Dave, who do you pick to win?
One game.
One
Let's go.
game.
I think the ultimate really comes out to Dave. Who would you pick?
I would have to see the warm up.
It's a cop out. It's a cop out. Dave,
This
Dave
is
does
life,
crazy
life and
things,
death for
though.
us.
They've pulled a starting goalie to put a forward in for penalty kicks, so I don't know.
Well, Urban says, is this going to be when I'm 30 taking? No, I've already coached you, Urban. I can have you and Danny on right away, and you can shoot. Urban, I think I made you cry. You're recent, so
We should bring a bunch of the goalkeepers, all your goalkeepers. Let's do it. Let's do a goalie wars tournament, PC. Anybody that'll show.
no, we're gonna focus on you two.
I'm just trying to get out of losing. That's about it.
Well, that's just gonna have to be the case. We need to do that. Eric Viveros, who has the best goal of PC's history with that left-footed outside of the foot bender.
Left best
From
left
like
foot by far is Mitch
35.
Garcia. Mitch Garcia by far.
Nah, not like Viveros.
No, but Chandler Gilbert, I think we played on my freshman year. He went from about 45 out.
He had a 35-yard bomb at PV too. I remember that one.
Yeah, he just had some.
Mitch was a
rips.
man.
But Viveros is
Viveros' one move was literally the stop and go every single time left foot.
All the lefties had dirty shots, man.
yeah. We'll Carmen's gonna help organize it. She needs to because we've been talking about doing a goalie award tournament for a long time.
I'm in.
Joe says, "Dang it, Adam, still too soon for that memory. Alexis being swapped for Anthony Topa and PK broke my heart."
Oh, I was at that game in the stands. I thought, oh no.
That's many things.
Anthony saved. Anthony
I don't
saved.
think he saved one.
He did the first one. He saved the first one.
Did it hit right at him?
I don't remember.
No, it was a nice save. Dude, he's 6'8", length he's 7 foot. So, yeah, it's
Our special. I think I'm a lefty, right? Adam's a righty, so
You
there
are.
you go. Thanks.
there you got the lefty
Thank you,
award.
Carlos. Appreciate it.
Were you? Did I have the treadmill when you guys were at
No.
at
No.
PC?
What was the
We had
treadmill?
nothing. We had to buy our own jerseys.
Oh yeah.
We didn't buy our own jerseys, but we had Admiral.
We had Winston Washington. Is Teeman on this? I know Teeman remembers Winston Washington, the athletic trainer.
Chavez left winner versus the Abbey.
Yeah.
I remember that well.
Chavez left winner versus Yabi.
Oh,
Classic goal.
yeah.
You guys want to see that?
Yes. That was.
It was okay.
What do you mean it's okay?
Mitchell's 35-yard last was 10 times better.
It was
I
the
think
moment.
the
It was the
moment, the
moment.
moment,
It
the
was the
game,
moment
the
that was
game.
that was the best.
The game. What it meant.
You guys can keep talking. I'm typing here, man.
Loves Winston and his bike.
Oh,
Who
no
said
idea.
that? Was
Teeman.
that Teeman?
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
I have video of me getting punched by a fan.
Oh, I saw that.
That's always fun. So it's under defining moments. I gotta find that. It was a legit. Oh yeah, so it's defining moments. I need IT Ryan back so she can do all this stuff. Oh, here
Where's
it is.
she at?
What's that?
Where's she at?
It's she's busy cleaning her room, I think, which needs to be done. Yep.
That was the squad right there.
That was the squad.
Went that long shoot to
A legit goal taken out. That's what won his conference right there.
left footed too.
Yeah. That's the whole point, Adam. You missed out.
And that's what started the rivalry with Phoenix or with Yavapai. Well, actually started in '95. 5 when we beat them in 1995. And then it started up again in 2009. Because rivalries, in my opinion, don't count unless each program beats each other. I have this feud with Verado High School. Their rival school is us. And I'm like, you're not a rival. You've never beaten us. Ever. They've tied us, but that doesn't count as a win. So
Did they tie you this year?
yeah.
Okay.
And tie us all you want. Beat us. It's only been like 17 years. But one day, I mean, they'll win someday.
When you leave?
Hopefully. There was one year where my first year at Millennium, we were horrible. And we're playing Verado, and they're going to spank us like 6-7-0. It was going to be bad. And we won 2-1. We did not deserve to win, but we won.
Sound like Pima. I think we tied 2-2 when Adam.
Have you ever won a Pima?
Yeah. Swept them last year, or whenever we played last. Yeah, we won. We won conference in 2019. We swept Pima. We swept Yavapai, and we split with Western, and no one else could do that. That team was special, and I didn't say a word. Didn't have to. But Winston. Remember Winston?
When he was the strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah.
He rode the bike.
Cortez, why did you get so offended earlier?
I didn't.
CT
For
for
life.
life. Gotta go with AG all love.
Trust me, I don't get offended.
Yeah, we swept. No, well, we didn't sweep Pima in 2013. We tied them up there, but we beat them twice in.
Joe played in
Phoenix.
2013.
That had to have been your best team.
Yep.
That's
So
by
Joe's
far
about
your best
26
team
at that
ever.
time?
13 was my best team. You know why?
Because
Because-
Joe Dodge was playing at 26 years old.
That helped.
He was starting stuff, wasn't he? Holding midfield or center back. You had a good team that year.
You know what we did at practice? Nothing. Oh, we just had fun. We just had fun. And it's kind of like what I do now. I'm chill. But then 2014 was interesting. That team was talented too. That 14, it wasn't complete, but it had offensively, it was scary.
Show says 22. She's buying everybody alcohol at that time.
Yeah, hold hands and laugh. Yep,
Uh,
that's what they should do. All right, we are here to take questions from the many fans of these two, and before I call it done, they have no stories on anything. I should have prepped them a little more. I just thought I've messed them up so much that they would just come in here just destroying me.
you didn't have a relationship with us.
You helped me. No, you helped me out. You got me started with coaching. All my memories, I feel like with you were pretty good. So
I mean, you used to drive in the same car to work with Adam, so
Carpool.
the memories are good.
carpool, we got
Carpool. That's because we're neighbors.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's actually the only time was that time, and after that, I dealt with Marty more than I dealt with you.
Yeah, Marty really dealt with a lot of things.
Yeah, he was definitely in my face all the time.
How was that?
Him being in my face?
Yeah.
I don't know. That time I was like, man. And I was the first time we got.
I think I respect him. He was scary. You know, I mean, I respect him no matter what. I respect any of my coaches, but
Adam definitely respected you a lot more than I did.
And now you're coaching, Jonathan.
I'm coaching now. Yeah,
How do you relate that to your coaching now?
I'm calm.
You're calm?
I
You're
definitely-
calm?
I don't.
Is Ramiz calm?
I don't. I haven't seen him coach.
You're in the same club.
Yeah, but he's all the way in the East Valley.
Getting sick of these clubs that they're everywhere.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh, you're playing Rising. Which one? North, East, South, West,
Yeah.
Central?
Back when we played, it was what, Cisco, Sereno.
Premier League.
There's like 5 clubs.
Yeah,
And now there's
anything.
52
Crazy.
and 2 big ones. It's a nightmare. But I do have another video I want to show.
You also helped me with my student books too, even though I wasn't on scholarships. You helped me a lot. Just my sophomore year in terms of coaching was personally you were great to me. Coaching wise is when I definitely didn't respect you.
Wait a minute, you were on scholarship.
I was not. You took it away when I quit my sophomore year. I'd asked for it.
I probably said I took it away. Did you sign something?
I don't know.
No.
I think I did.
You're still on scholarship. Yeah, I did.
So I still want that money back then. I'm just kidding. No,
Yeah.
so yeah, no, but you definitely.
I might have said I'm taking it away, but unless you
I'm pretty sure.
technically, you can't get it taken away. Once the season starts, it's yours. You could, once we start the season and you quit, your scholarship for the full year. Geddes wouldn't let us take anything away. I might have said it.
I came back though.
See, you even have to take it away.
No. Personally, you're all, on a personal level, it was always a good time, good relationship.
Well, see, then I feel better about myself. But I was very abusive to a lot of people. And let's take this to another thought here, where if you had to redesign Phoenix College in 2009 or 2008, regardless playing time, wins, all that stuff, how would you organize that team or manage that team or coach that team differently than it was done? Like, so we would have more success.
I think my sophomore, which is Adam's freshman year, there was really no like relationship built between the two teams. There was just not huge camaraderie. Just back then it was all the kids that spoke Spanish, all the kids that didn't, and that was that. I think if that would have been managed a little bit better, I think we had a better year overall.
So currently I make it player led. So I meet with the captains every day. How are we doing? Yeah. What do we need to work on? And I take a ton of input, and then I take the input and then I put it in the training session. I think that
you guys also have the cave or something like that now, right?
Yeah, we have it. I can't go in it right now, but
yeah, but that means
like 5 people.
Yeah, but it's also another place that people get together, do the schoolwork, and we didn't have that back then when we were there.
Oh yeah, yes. Shoot, especially in 2009. You know why you didn't see the treadmill? Because I had to sell it. I sold it for $10,000 to pay for. I had to donate it to the booster to pay for, to pay offset scholarships for the dream or not dreamers. They're the undocumented at the time.
Yeah.
My treadmill was equivalent to Gustavo and Jesus.
I remember you paid for a lot of those kids' scholarships. Tons of money.
Oh, yeah. And my wife asked me, like, she's like, whatever happened to that treadmill? Because that was a $10,000 purchase.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, it's still, because I moved it at the soccer locker. And it took me like 5 years because she's like, hey, we didn't sell that. I'm like, it's already been sold.
Years ago.
Years later. I've gotten in so much trouble. I shouldn't mention that. Don't worry, she doesn't watch this podcast at all, so I'll be all right. But so Adam, what are you doing with your life now?
Just working. No more coaching, no more soccer, no desire, no parents.
No desire, no parent. Oh, with as far as coaching goes. When's the last time you coached?
Training goalies, which isn't bad. It's a little different, right? But
you covered a couple of games here and there.
I did cover a couple of games for John
and your brother, right?
And Ernie, but no, hate it. Hate parents. I thought I would like it, like I like playing, but it's just not the same.
Eric Rivers with a comment. He paid for mine.
Yeah, and it never ends.
I think one former player of yours commented that you were like race or something. I came back and I supported you on that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I'm just like, man, like,
Yeah, and I don't want to bring that back up, but that's all because I want due process.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
I don't want to crucify someone without having due process. If you're going to end someone's life and cancel them in this cancel culture that we live in, you better be right. Yeah. It can't just be hearsay. And that's the problem I have. We can't have judge, jury right away, be done, and then find out later, oh, I was wrong, sorry. Yeah. I don't want to live in that world.
And when I saw that, I was like, man, if all the scholarships you gave for undocumented back when I was playing, it's crazy.
Yeah. It happens all the time. I mean, Joe Jaju told me he was running track one time, and someone asked him if he was still working with me, and they're like, oh, I hate Dave Cameron. And Joe had to stop her. She's like, I'm offended by that. Joe, went back at her and said, do you even know him? Have you ever met him? And of course the answer was no. That's back when, but not, John Merzan and, it was paint me a certain picture, which is deservingly so in some aspects, but we all have issues. We all offend a lot of people and stuff, but to just paint someone evil straight across because they have a difference of opinion or they yelled at you once or something like that. Yeah, that's the world we live in right now. And I was getting hit with that stuff before this whole cancel culture is fully developed. But speaking of, so here is my favorite moment. So for all the ones that don't like me and don't enjoy me,
they might enjoy this.
You might enjoy this. This is me getting punched at Pima.
I remember watching this live, I think I tuned in to watch it live.
Yeah. My teams are tough, man. They don't mess around. So this is the tail end of our brawl.
The Aztecs people at Dave Cameron.
Oh, wait. We just missed it.
Players is being restrained. And now a punch is thrown by one of the Aztecs people at Dave Cameron. And I'm not sure who that was. It may have just been a civilian, but he may wind up being arrested.
No, they let him free.
And it starts all over again.
See,
What happened?
The real winner in that was Yavi. They got to go to nationals.
Oh, big crowds. That's all I care about. Big crowds and drama. That's what soccer needs, and I bring it. But yeah, I got punched by. This is so what's cool about this.
Did your teeth fall out? I have to ask.
No. So we get in a fight with Pima. I get punched by one of the Pima's uncles, and he's wearing a Dodger jacket and all that, and co-cocks me in the back of the head. And they had him down.
Okay.
Officers had him down, handcuffed, and then his wife came on the field and said, "No, he's a Pima fan. He's a Pima fan." And then, I'm sure my parents want to hit me too, but so they let him go. But it became a big deal, and Pima contacted me. Do you want to press charges? I'm like, no, not at all. Because there's a chance I might recruit his nephew, which it happened. His nephew actually, I saw him. I was recruiting, and he came in and talked to me. And I'm like, he goes, "Hey, sorry what my uncle did." And I'm like, "I don't care. Are you saying you want to come to PC?" And it didn't work out. But I'm always recruiting. I'm not worried about getting punched in the back of the head. But I love the fans. I mean, we've had in 2000. Shoot, how big are the crowds in 2009?
It was big.
They're decent.
Yavapai was big.
Yeah, 800 to 1,000 maybe. But in 2013, when we started pushing it, we had 3 games that were near or over 2,000. We had 2,300 in the sellout game, and then the 2 playoff games were packed. Were you guys at Rose Mofford at that game?
No.
2013?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there.
I haven't seen a PC game.
That was packed. The whole thing was just full. Yes, I agree. Violence is never okay. And Maria, I got punched because I don't know yet. I still don't know. But
Innocent bystander.
I was trying to break up the melee that was going on, and I don't know, because I coach at Phoenix College, and I'm fine with it. Yeah, I'm not fine with other people getting hit, but I'll take a couple hits. And it just brings the, a potential rival with Pima. It's a rival, Phoenix versus Tucson and all that stuff. But the crowds don't get too excited about Pima for whatever reason. But Yavapai, they do.
Yeah.
That's the easy sellout game. But maybe down
Is
the
Pima
road,
still in your conference now?
couple more punches. What?
Are they still in your conference, Pima?
Yeah, they'll be in Division 2 with us, so that it'll be basically us and Pima.
Because Pima doesn't have dorms, right?
They say they don't have dorms, but U of A,
Another story.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not their dorms, and I don't care. They have all of Tucson, so they should always have a good product.
Yeah.
But we need good teams in the conference, so I don't care. I need more. good teams. And having Mike Pantaleone drop out, that was I literally when I heard Mike retired, I was like messed up. I'm like,
He took over.
Luciano was a guy who used to play for him back. I think when my high school coach played with him.
An alumni, so that's good. So he'll do a good job, hopefully. I'm pretty confident it is. I think it's good to hire an alumni that cares. He comes from the women's side. He was at NAU for years.
Mm-hmm. I knew that.
So he'll be organized. He'll hopefully keep it to the standards it needs to be.
Yeah, he's ran a Division I product at some point, so.
Well, running Division I and running JUCO, two different worlds.
Yes.
Division I, you're like handed everything.
True.
JUCO, you do it all. You're painting the field. You're screen printing the uniforms. You're
working the snack stand at the high school football games.
But
Little Bears.
I'm literally fundraising 6 days a week. I'm doing Little Bears on Monday, Wednesday, and then I'm doing futsal on Friday and Saturday, and then I'm working every football game I can, every jiu-jitsu tournament I can. I'm just never stop. Before COVID hit, we were like, got lucky. I mean, we were like $18,000 ahead in our booster and $10,000 in our foundation. That's the most money we've ever had, and then COVID hit. So it's slowly dwindling. I need thousands upon thousands of dollars because every player that is in a undocumented situation or dreamer, they count as an international student. So it's like
ton more.
$4,000 per semester.
That's great.
And then of course you want to help them graduate, and then that's a lot more. But yeah. It's a lot of money. So you can all donate to Phoenix College Foundation. It has to go to the foundation. Can't go to my booster account because then it's government funding and doesn't work that way. But Chris Green wants to get you hammered, Adam. It's not going to help you for goalie wars.
Those are his CT boys.
What are CT boys?
Cisco Toros coming in strong.
Ooh, we should do Toros versus what, Portros?
I didn't play Portros. Oh, I did 1 year, but not really.
He was Coyotes.
I was Coyotes growing up.
Well, I don't think the Coyotes can pull it off.
Definitely not. Not compared to any of those teams.
So maybe we'll do Dragons versus Toros.
That's not bad. That would probably be better.
There's plenty of Dragons around.
I don't know. Well,
Should
the
make it
Toros
happen.
have Nick DeLeon in MLS still.
That's true.
Yeah, he'll retire soon.
He even gave you guys a CT shout out after a goal.
We'll let Didi play in the goal because I switched to target forward.
Can't lift his arm past his
I only
shoulder.
play target.
Hey,
forward.
when we open up, I can do all these things. We do it on the stadium. I can announce 7-on-7 because that's about who will show up, and we can do this.
I'll be lucky if you get 7.
We get 7.
Adam probably won't even show up.
I will. It's either coach or play target forward.
You're done with goal,
Done.
Yeah,
except for that goalie war match that we're gonna set up.
it's coming to retirement for that one.
That's it. One and done.
And call it done. I recently finished my last soccer tournament in October in the over 40s.
Oh, you still play?
I played one tournament, and I'm never playing again. I scored a penalty kick
Starts like Ronaldo.
to win.
Penalties.
To move us to the Monday consolation game because we didn't get enough points to go through, but they gave us a consolation game, and I couldn't move. I'm like, this is horrible. I'm like, should I miss? I'm like, no, I'm gonna make this, and so I make it, and it pushes us through to Monday, and luckily the other team says we're not playing.
Who was on your team? Who was playing?
Derek Brunell, he played
MLS, right?
Yeah, well, he was drafted in MLS, but he played USL mainly. I think he went Bundesliga a little bit,
I think he coached at Hammers a little bit too, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he's a good player. Still to this day, he's good. Randy Soderman played a couple games and disappeared. The problem is after every game, Beard gets involved, and then you don't know if they're coming back.
That's very true.
What that age?
I don't know. I just kept
Playing.
playing. I didn't sub that I didn't sub off
Do you know
once.
Jose Corona still plays?
Yes, he was in that tournament. His team won it.
He's still so good. He's probably 55, probably like
He looks like he's
35.
he's looked like he's 50 for the last like 25 years.
He never ages. Guy was a stud back in the day.
Yeah.
He still plays really well. From a couple times, I've seen him play like once before.
Yeah, I played indoor with him.
Right?
No, he was before me.
Okay.
But I played indoor with him in over 40s, and we won the league, and I was the only white person on it, which I'm proud of. Speaking of only white person,
My son's white.
here's my son. They won a tournament today. See if you can find him. Ready, go.
Nope, can't see him.
You can't see him?
No, I see him. The big old redhead in the back.
He's El Rojo.
That's what they call him?
Yeah, they scream El Rojo.
That's awesome. Love it.
He's
how-
the red. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, red. The red. It's basically the redhead.
The redhead. Yeah, he plays the 10 position with a bunch of Tuzo players. But they won the tournament. And I was out there this morning watching them play the Rising. It's like 52
Which one?
Risings. I don't know. The coach was nuts, screaming the whole time.
Probably
At least with my parents, as they're screaming, it's in Spanish. I don't know what they're saying, so I don't really care. But it gets crazy, and so I just locked myself in my car. I'm like, I didn't want to get in a fight with somebody. I just left. I'm like, this is just nuts. And they were down 2-0 at the time, and then they scored 3 goals when I went in the car. I'm like, makes sense. So I just got out of the way. But it's the parents and coaches today, they're so bad. They're all nuts. Speaking of which, next Sunday, I'm announcing the top. I'm going to start putting out the top players in Arizona, top coaches in Arizona, because I don't believe in clubs like, oh, I belong to this club. Who's your coach? Every club has a bunch of coaches that are morons, but every club has a few that are pretty good, and I'm going to recognize them one at a time or as many as we can. So if you want to be on the Coach Cameron top coaches in Arizona, and I'm going to put on my website, I'm going to promote it like crazy. These are the best coaches in Arizona. Some of my friends are going to want to be on that list, and I'll be straight up with you and let you know that you suck, and you have a chance to get better. And I'll be honest with this because I need it to be legit, and then I'm going to hopefully attack the other states. And if you think you're a good coach, according to my standards, I will come watch. I don't care about practice. I care about games. That's it. How your parents behave, how you behave, how your players are trying to play the game. That is it. I don't care about your practices. I only care about how they play. Because if you don't let them play, who cares? Who cares about practice? Practice.
We're talking about practice.
Yeah, practice. So if you want to be evaluated by the great Coach Cameron, the one that is doing it less wrong than I was a couple years ago, I will evaluate you, and I'll put you on the list. And then I'm going to expand throughout the United States, and I'm going to announce the best coaches in the United States and potentially the world, because I don't believe in clubs. How can you believe in clubs? The Rising coach, so if we base it on clubs, the Rising is the worst from what I saw today. Does that coach represent your club? He's wearing Rising. Does a Rising suck? Yeah, they suck. But they do have some good coaches, and I want to recognize them. Do they allow kids to play the game? Are they allowed to make mistakes? Are you trying to develop players so they can actually move on and enjoy the game for a lifetime? Or are you going to scream and yell and manipulate the 15-year-old referee to get every call you can? Are you going to let your parents act like idiots on the sideline? Are you going to just scream your way to victory? I do not like, and you should be outed for it. But right now, I'm going to be nice and just award the ones that need to be recognized as the top coaches of Arizona. Regardless of, I don't care if you have a license. You have it, congrats. I'm glad you're rich. But if you don't, doesn't matter. It's what you allow the kids to do. Can they play? Do they try to play? Are they getting better? It's very simple to me. But these two goalies. Yeah, goalkeepers, America can survive. bad team, good team, whatever. It's just it's repetition, right? It's just, can you save the ball or can you not? Do you want to play in a team that you get 20 reps in game, or you want to play for a team you get 2 reps a game? I mean, you got pick your poison here. I want to win a trophy and not see the ball ever. So, do they pass it to your feet? Have you guys ever played for a team where the defenders weren't allowed to pass the ball back to you?
No. Absolutely not.
I'll never figure out to regionals. Jorge told us if we were meeting a team to literally take the ball and score my own goal because he wanted to finish
Get your reps.
Finish second in our group.
Because he wanted an easier way to get through. Yeah, Jorge won a national title with
Valparaiso.
He did.
Valparaiso.
He's the man.
Yep.
Probably one of my best.
He's
coaches.
tough.
Is he the man,
He's
or
tough.
did he recruit well?
He's tough.
He definitely recruits pretty well.
Yeah. Well, you got to be able to do both. But
back then, he recruited like the Mexican league back then.
yeah,
Yeah.
'cause that's where the players are.
Yeah, that's where I want to put my kids.
That's where mine reside. Does your coach have an A license? No, but he has 15 Hispanic kids that are freaking amazing. Yeah, I got
call my kid El Wedo.
Wedo. I have a Wedo on my team.
I know Mike's son is Wedo, blonde hair.
I got a player on PC. His name's Brian. He's Hispanic, but he's a Wedo.
Yeah,
that's my second Wedo at PC. Both good. Well, this podcast is average, and I'm calling it done. Unless you guys have anything more.
No.
All right, so we're in agreement. We'll be back for
Goalie Wars. Let's do it.
Goalie Wars. Carmen will train you and set it up. And we actually have a location we can do it. I know where we can do it.
Where?
Dreaming Summit.
Dreaming Summit. Okay.
They have that lit field. That's where Carmen does her academy, because she lives there.
Oh, that's where Ernie was practicing for a while.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm to the age, man. The grass has to be green.
I'd rather drive to PC.
I can't be
PC's
driving on dirt.
If I can get us to PC, we'll make it happen.
Practice
Sign
field.
whatever waiver.
Ooh.
The sign.
All I have to do is get you guys as assistant coaches.
No,
We
we're
can make it
allowed in.
happen. Can you guys pass the
Background check?
background check?
Teacher.
I'm looking at you.
Pass the background check. I take a ton of background checks for my job.
Well,
Debatable, Adam.
yeah. Well, we're done. I'm done with these two. Not bringing goalkeepers on anymore. That is our show. I want to give a big thanks to Jonathan Cortez and Adam Garcia. Thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you next Sunday. Next week, we'll actually have Kiana Miyazato and Megan Kirker and Haber Valenzuela will all be on the podcast next week. If you want to if you want to listen to my daily podcast Monday through Friday and get advice on youth soccer development for parents and coaches, you can find us on iHeartRadio, Google Play, iTunes, or wherever else podcasts are found, or go to CoachCameron.com for direct access. See you next Sunday for our next live show. Peace.